So here was one of the questions that I was asking myself over the weekend. I want to ask you. When you set a goal for yourself and you don't achieve the goal, how do you feel about yourself? If you set the goal and you don't achieve the goal, how do you feel about yourself? Good or bad? Bad. Bad. You feel bad, right? You start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt the transaction. You start to doubt the system. You beat yourself up. How does that feel? Good or bad? Bad. Bad. When you see someone that is achieving more than you on a regular basis, how does that make you feel? Good or bad? Happy for them. Okay, we have one happy for them and 98 other people bad. Okay, I get it. All right, so you feel bad. You beat yourself up. You feel small. You feel lousy. And you're starting to really, here's the issue, doubt everything you're taught. Everything that you focus in on, you start to doubt what's going on. And there's nothing worse than self-doubt. When you start doubting yourself and you start talking negatively to yourself, there's nothing that Frank or Bill or I can do to help keep you up. We can't talk to you 24/7. You talk to us, we'll kind of bring you up a little bit. Things aren't that bad, etc., etc. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the good things. Let's talk about the wins. Let's talk about the great things that are going in our life. You know, the things that we're grateful for. For instance, here's something you're grateful for and you don't even think about it on a daily basis. All right? How about your thumb? How about your thumb? If you didn't have your thumb, what couldn't you do? Be a real problem holding this pen, wouldn't it? How about that Starbucks coffee cup? You couldn't do that. So we have many things that are intrinsically part of us that we should be grateful for and we don't think about. So I wrote down here, statistically, goals are met by only 3% of the population. Write that down. Only 3% of you, 3% of the total population in the United States, the greatest country in the world, with opportunities that abound, and yet only 3% meet those goals if they have written goals. So if that's the case, we all go around, or a lot of us go around, feeling pretty bad about ourselves most of the time. So then what do? We start working on setting higher goals. Well, I didn't achieve that. I didn't get this many listings. I didn't contact that many people. So here's what I'm going to do. This week I'm going to do more. I'm going to double it. I'm going to triple it because I got to make up for what I didn't accomplish and didn't achieve last week or last month. Then how does that usually work out? We start to feel worse about ourselves because we didn't hit that goal. We didn't accomplish that. So write this down. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? The first thing I think you need to do is those of you that aren't going to the Superstar Retreat need to sign up today to go to the Superstar Retreat. Get your butt in the chair. Be there for 4 days. Okay? If money's an issue, there's plenty of people that need rooms shared. If food is an issue, buy some bologna and sandwich meats, etc., and take a cooler with you. But get yourself there. Get yourself in that seat. I wrote down here, make tiny refinements daily. Tiny refinements daily. And begin to create small wins. If you normally, I'm working with this with a couple of agents that I'm coaching, they have a terrible time of getting to their 50 or 100 or, to their 30, 40, or 50 contacts a day. Terrible time doing this, or getting to 150 contacts at the end of the week. So what we did is we said, look, just give me 10 this week. Just give me 10 today. Just give me 10 today. Today! Just give me 10. And so that they now feel the success of doing the 10, and tomorrow, give me 10 more. And the next day, give me 10 more. So at the end of the week, I now have 50 contacts, which is generally more than they did in the Week or two before that. Next week, I crank it up. I really move it up. We go to 12 contacts a day. We went from 10, we went up 20%. It's huge. I'd like to get a 20% return on anything I do. Honest. Okay? 20%. We crank it up. Now I'm doing 12 a day. 12 a day for the week. Instead of 50 at the end of the week, I've done how many? 60. 60 contacts at the end of the week. Next week, I really ramp that one up. And the following week, I ramp it up again. Then all of a sudden, I'm at 20 contacts a day. 5 days, I'm at 100 contacts for the week. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Tiny refinements daily. And I wrote down here, when these small wins compound, they start to enhance our lives at levels most of us only dream of.